Hello, I'm Val and welcome to my channel. I've got this big, enormous, huge, ridiculously fat journal to show you today. It's one that I started back in September, and I've shown it before when it had not too much stuff in it, and since then I have just added everything. It's got ridiculously fat. So I'm pretty much done with this now. I've kind of run out of energy with it and I want to start something new. There are a few blank spaces in this, but I think there's no rule that says I have to finish this before I start something new. And I am just, I don't know, I'm a bit tired of it at the moment. So I'll go through, I won't go in detail every page because we would be here for years. But I'll show you some examples of what I've stuffed in here. I think last time I showed this, I talked about putting fabric on the cover. It had a cover on which was made of, I think it was this kind of brown paper packaging that comes from Amazon. And I was going to sew some fabric on there, but I had these gel prints and I stuck those on instead, and I like the colours of them. I stuck some beads on here. We've got, these are fabric beads that I made. You just make a paper tube and then wind some fabric around it and maybe sew some other beads on, like seed beads or sequins or whatever. That I think was some plastic packaging from maybe a pair of socks that I bought. There's some clay beads here which are air dry clay. They're quite fun to make, those big chunky beads, and I've painted those with acrylic. I think I had some nail polish as well, and I put some blobs of nail polish on them. So we've got on the front a fabric butterfly. Its antenna keep getting mangled. It's got this copper coloured wire for antenna, but they might fall off in the end. They're a bit too delicate to be on the cover. I've got this button because I was thinking of doing a fabric tie to go around the book to keep it together. This button is made of plastic. It's actually a milk bottle top, like a screw lid for a milk bottle. And the plastic on those is really soft, so you can make holes in it quite easily. So you can make these oversized buttons, and there's just a bit of wadding in there, and I'll stretch some fabric over top of it. If we go inside, I've got these pictures from a gardening magazine. I've just put odd random wording here from book pages from a book I was chopping up. There's a early attempt at a Dorset button there, and part of a matchbook. A seed packet from some poppies. They're a beautiful colour. When they don't flower every year, but every so often they make an appearance, and they are really beautiful. Got this little contents page there with all kinds of weird things. We've got, what have we got here? There's a die cut of a butterfly. That was from a packet of rice crackers, I think. I just stuck a little arty picture behind there. Something from a pack of pea shoots. I like doing these little tabs on pages where you can open them out. Oh, Esmara fluffy socks. Oh, and I had a couple of bags of chocolate coins for Christmas, so there are the foil wrappings from those chocolate coins throughout this book. There's something about chocolate coins. I don't know, the chocolate in them just tastes really nice. It's like Easter eggs. Easter eggs chocolate is really nice. That's just from a packet of couscous, bowl of couscous there. I love the randomness of junk journals. You just get the weirdest things next to each other for no apparent reason. There's a fox there. I don't know what that originally was. I haven't got any more of the fox. I've just got his head. There's chocolate wrapper, which I made into a pocket. It's got a journal card inside there. And for some reason, I decided to paint a little picture of a giant blue penguin with a crown on. Because, well, why not? Who doesn't want to do that? More evidence of chocolate consumption there. This is just a page that I splashed some paint on. If you don't know what to do with a page, then rather than leave it blank, you can always just put some paint on. It might give you some ideas. There's something sometimes a bit off-putting about a very blank page, so sometimes just putting colour on it does help. There's the wrappings from a cat toy. My cat Badger was given various toys for Christmas, which he liked very much. We've got from a box of tea bags there. That's a gel print, and I had that sticker of a fish as well, and just totally coincidentally the lines on there just go really well with this gel print. It looks like he's swimming through some underwater vegetation. We've got, that's another gel print. I think that might have been a roll-off sheet actually, but sometimes those do give the nicest prints. And this is where I've just stenciled colour onto a page. There's a paper clip there. You can just, on these large paper clips, just thread some beads on there. Just secure the one at the end with a dab of glue. That was from some food packaging, and I stuck a couple of paintings behind there. And this is my wheel, which I quite like. And I've printed on the back of there with some printing stamps. As well as chocolate coins, I ate a lot of mince pies over Christmas, so there is evidence of mince pie packaging everywhere. We've got some packaging from facial wipes, and they had extract of cucumber in them. When you open that up, you actually do get a whiff of cucumber. I stuck a couple of little faces behind there. Those were cut out from a book page. It was an old book and it smelt a bit, I can't think of the word right now, but you know, musty. That's it, that's the word. So I wasn't guilty about, didn't feel guilty about cutting it up because it did smell a bit musty. We've got that crazy looking cat. That's from an exhibit at Leeds Museum, I think. A Roman mosaic. There's a seed packet there, pak choy. I planted those recently, those seeds, and they are coming up already. That's just a bit of paper that was underneath my gel plate when I was printing. There's an envelope which has been made into a pocket and a Dreamies packet. My cat is mad about Dreamies. Goodness knows what they put in those snacks, but he goes crazy for them. I used a craft punch to cut a little piece out of this envelope and then stuck some foil behind it. And I've done the same there. Just used the craft punch to cut that out and then stuck part of a chocolate wrapper behind there. This is quite fun, I think. This is from a pack of spaghetti hoops. And the packaging had these little holes in it, so the packaging all folded together. And I made these into little spaces where faces can be seen behind them. I've got these little doors here and you can open them up and see. Hopefully you can see those. That's just where I was playing around with alcohol ink and just swirling it around. That's by Sir John Everett Millais. It's called Mariana. She's a beautiful picture, but it does look like she's got backache. She's standing there going, "Oh, my back is killing me." Oops, the Dreamies wrapper's come out. I thought that man on the sticker looked like he was thinking, so I've given him an idea in the shape of a light bulb. We've got something from some celery, origin Spain. It's always interesting to see where your groceries are coming from. That's a USB cable, because no matter how many electrical cables you buy, you'll always find you're missing one, so I had to buy that. That's just some stenciling and playing about with paint, and I fed that through. Got one of those crimping machines that you feed your paper through and it comes out all crinkly. That's this crinkly effect. That's another of Badger's Christmas presents. He had a brush. He does love being brushed as well. My old cats wouldn't let me do it to them at all. Caesar and Emma, they were my previous cats that I had. Neither of them would tolerate being brushed, but Badger loves it, which is quite satisfying really. He's molting like crazy at the moment. More evidence of mince pies, and that was just some leaflet that came through the door. What else have we got? A vintage playing card. That's from food packaging, and I just stuck some painty papers behind there. There's a little cardboard pack that had sewing needles in it, so there's another painting behind there. There's some raffle tickets. That's just a bit mess. I think I've been printing using bubble wrap, and I had paint on the bubble wrap, so I just pressed it on the page. Oh, there's some bee bombs I was given, which are like little pellets of compressed soil, and they've got seeds in them. So you can do a bit of guerrilla gardening with them and just throw them onto road verges, and you can use them in your garden, but you can also just throw them around places that are unloved and need flowers growing on them. We've got that piece of cardboard which is turned into a pocket. That's a little shape that was cut out with a craft punch. More raffle tickets, snacking fruit, chocolate foil wrapper from Christmas chocolates. You've got, that's a popcorn bag, a pocket from some of Mr. Badger's snacks, a bit more painty paper. That's a Claude Monet picture, which does not look like one of his, but that is beautiful. But it's not stereotypically one of his pictures. This is a woman that I kind of painted. I did paint it. And I made her a dress out of a magazine page that had lots of chocolate in it. And it was a leaflet that I did this on, and some of the original colour of the leaflet shows through, and the wording, which I think looks quite good. And we've got various little bits and pieces hanging from the edge of this. That was from the top of a bottle. And that's just some junky little ring that I found in the street. And that's from a can, like a tin can. We've got an envelope, homemade stamp. A bag which had lentils in it, and there's a bit of bubble wrap that had paint on it, so I put that in there because I thought the bubbles, they look good with these pink bubbles on the wrapper. That's waiting to have something done to it, really. We've got this fishy. I'm doing a textile piece based on under the sea, and I made this fishy thinking I would add this to that, but when I made his little eye and his mouth, he looked comical, so he doesn't really fit in with what I'm trying to do. So I thought I'd just stick him in here, and he's on there. That envelope is just making another little pocket. We've got bits of food packaging, lovely hummus. Another mince pie. See, this has only got one tiny little thing done to it so far, so there's room on here for more things to be stuck in if I feel like it. I love that painting. It's called The Cheat with the Ace of Diamonds, but I think it looks like these women are exchanging gossip, that they're having a lovely time, and she's just heard something very scandalous. We've got Smarty Box and this leaflet, and I've just cut an oval out of there with a craft punch. I like being able to see through pages to see what's coming up. Another seed packet from some poppies, and that was an ATC that someone sent me, which is really very good. It's beautiful. Hair clumps. Had to buy some of those. That's from a pack of pea shoots. That was from a Kate Bush CD. That's the top of a box of chocolate panettone, which was very yummy. couple more ATCs that were sent to me. That lifts up there. And we've got my little chocolate chunk cookies bag with a mince pie, and it's got a picture on the back. I think that's Paul Klee, that picture. Oh, there's a big blank space there that needs filling up. There's a Ryvita Thins box with I've cut another oval out of there and just stuck a painting behind that. More stuff and chocolate, Christmas, snowballs and crackers, box of crackers. I was cutting out all the barcodes here on things and just putting them in. For no apparent reason, just another of those mad things you do to fill up a junk journal. More bubble wrap that I've been using for printing, and that has got paint on it, which gives quite a nice effect. There's a chocolate wrapper. Various tags that come from packs of fruit and veg. That's just a picture from a magazine of some dry stone walling, which is a beautiful beautiful image. This is a weird juxtaposition, I know, but it seems to work. That was from the top of a jar of red cabbage, and I had that sticker, a little girl with some butterfly wings, and that was from a leaflet about an exhibition at the art gallery at the moment. Let's ask for the moon. Some packaging. That was from some thread, I think. Mini reindeers, yum yum. More treats for Badger. I have weighed him a couple of times since I adopted him, and he's not gaining weight. So I am watching that just to make sure I'm not overfeeding him with the treats. That's from a bag of Satsumas. There's a pocket there. Oh, more evidence of cat toys. He did very well at Christmas. Pan scourer pack. That's from a box of glue sticks. Just some more paper that I've had on my desk when I've been gel printing. And we've got a wrapper there, bread wrapper. I've just stuck a book page in there for now. Mini mice, you see, more presents for him. Now we've got a pocket there. I added a ruffle to this page, and that's from mince pie, the silver foil. I cut that into a star. That's from a leaflet about an art gallery exhibition. These are some enormous textile wall hanging, painted wall hangings. They're really beautiful. Oops, I've got some thread sticking to me. There we go. Nice picture of a blackbird there. Chocolate wrapper. Almond slices. Oh, and here's another part of Heinz Hoops packaging where I've stuck little pictures behind there, behind those holes. It's quite a nice packaging really, because it didn't use plastic. It was cardboard, which is good to see. Oh, I think that lifts up as well. Yep, that lifts up there. And there's a pocket made out of the soap wrapper, and then that's a leaflet for the exhibition at the museum. So that was a lightning tour through this book. So I think I will try and just cover up some of these white spaces, but definitely can't include anything hefty in this because it is just so big now. So I hope you enjoyed a quick look at that. All these dangles keep getting tangled up and falling off. Had to re-sew them on a few times. Yeah, so I probably won't show this again, so I think it is just minor what I'm going to do just to fill up these spaces. But I do want to start making another junk journal, and I have a huge huge box of packaging. If you bear with me 1 second. Look at this. This is all the packaging I have collected up for the next junk journal. So I will make that with you. I'll do a video where I go through the process of putting the signatures together. So that's all for now. Thanks for stopping by, and if you can give me a thumbs up or a like, that would be terrific. And if you want to leave me a comment, that would be great as well. Thanks for your time. Bye bye.